Welcome back. The International House of Pancakes, better known as IHOP, is honoring America's heroes tomorrow, Veterans Day, in partnership with the foundation Children of Fallen Patriots. Select IHOP restaurants across the country will help raise funds to provide college scholarships for more than 20,000 military children who have lost a parent in the line of duty. Joining me right now is the president of IHOP, Darren Rebelez, along with the CEO and co-founder of the Children of Fallen Patriots Foundation, David Kim. Good to see you both. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Maria.
Darren, what a great idea to you both. Thank you for being here to tell us about it. What can you tell us about this program?
Well, this is our first year working with Fallen Patriots to really help support our veterans. And IHOP for years has really been taking care of our veterans on Veterans Day. This year, as in many years past, we're offering all veterans who come into any of our 1,700 restaurants around the country a free stack of our red, white, and blue pancakes. So it's our world-famous buttermilk pancakes with glazed strawberries, whipped cream, and blueberry compote. And this year, we're taking it a step further, partnering with David and Children of Fallen Patriots to try to help raise money to take care of those children who lost a parent in the line of duty.
This is so important, David, and I know that your foundation and its mission is to provide college scholarships.
Right.
It has a lot of success story. In fact, you currently have served 680 students to date. Tell us about some of those success stories.
Sure. Well, there's a whole bunch of kids who have just done wonderful things. Elizabeth O'Hare is one of our students, and her sister Katie O'Hare. They lost her dad in a Navy training accident. He was a pilot. They're going to college at Charleston. Elizabeth wants to be a social worker. She's a biochem major now. So they're just really awesome kids. There's another one, Danny Irizarry, who lost his dad in Iraq. Prior to that, he lost his mother to cancer, and now he's an NYPD police officer.
Wow.
Working the night shift in the Bronx. So really wonderful people.
That is a hard
Yeah.
story. Do you feel like you have been able to get the messaging out effectively enough to raise awareness and make sure people understand what you're doing and where this money is going?
We sure do. Yeah, I mean, we found that everyone across the military, across the country really supports the military, wants to find a way to help to support these families who've really given the most of all of us for our country.
And Darren, I feel like IHOP has this huge sort of opportunity to partner with lots of charities because IHOP is an American staple, and depending on who you partner with can really do a lot of good.
Well, that's right, Maria. And
you've done other charities, right?
We do a number of them, and our National Pancake Day is really our biggest fundraising event of the year, where we're partnered with the Children's Miracle Network, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and the Shriners. And since 2005, we've raised over $25 million for those causes.
Wow.
Last year, we partnered with No Kid Hungry to raise money for children to stop childhood hungerness, and of course, this year with the Fallen Patriots.
Let me ask you about the election and sort of how this changes things. David, do you get a sense that the new administration, for example, will be more focused on veterans? Donald Trump has spoken a lot about the veterans.
Well, he generally seems to be supportive of the military, which is a good thing for military families in general, I suppose. But we find we really take our cue from the military at Fallen Patriots in the sense we try to stay completely apolitical. We find that our support is really bipartisan. People from all across the political spectrum just want to help these military families.
I wonder if it'll increase even more so right now, given that I feel like it has been one of Donald Trump's pet peeves, the way veterans have been treated. What about you, Darren? Any change that you're expecting from a business level with a Trump administration?
Well, it's a little bit hard to predict at this point, obviously, but certainly having a business person as the President of the United States, we're hopeful that he has a little more of a pro-business view of the world, and there's issues that are really important to our franchisees, like the minimum wage, Affordable Care Act, and just the overall regulations that are impacting our small businessmen that are our franchisees and represent the IHOP
brand. That's what we talk about all the time. So something like Obamacare, if it were repealed or replaced and it wasn't as expensive as it is, would that move the needle in terms of your business?
Well, it would certainly help our franchisees. They're really struggling to be able to absorb all of these additional expenses on the business. And you know, an average IHOP franchisee has about 5 restaurants. So these aren't really large corporations. They're small entrepreneurs, and they're trying to make ends meet. And so anything towards that would be a step in the right direction.
It's a great point. I know we're talking about fallen heroes, really, David, but in terms of veterans in general, when they come back from war, when they come back from their service, how easy is it for them to get a job?
Well, I think there's been a lot of support that's come out of the wars and the folks across the civilian world that want to help them. So I think that's been helpful. I think there's been an increasing recognition in the business community of the skill set that military people can bring, even though it's not directly applicable. The leadership, the ability to make decisions,
it's an important skill set.
the team ethic, all of that is very transferable.
Great to see you both. Thank you so much for joining us, Darren, David. Thank you. We also have to give a shout out to the U.S. Marine Corps celebrating its 241st birthday today. Thank you, Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Shout out to you. Thank you for your service.